Rhea Ripley could have even more exciting matches on the way, so we'll see what's going on there. We'll also check out what's going on with Maxxine Dupri, Edge, the Judgment Day, and more. Let's start things off with the latest update on the Judgment Day versus Edge feud. This is definitely getting up there as one of the longest ongoing feuds in current day WWE television. The Judgment Day was a group that was first created by Edge in the early months of 2022. Edge brought in Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and was about to bring in Finn Balor as the fourth member, but the group turned on him during Finn's introduction to the Judgment Day. So we never truly got to see Edge lead the Judgment Day because he was kicked out almost immediately. That moment of betrayal on Edge happened way back on June 6, 2022, and Edge has been feuding with the Judgment Day on and off for the last 8 months. Edge and the Judgment Day have crossed paths at several huge events over this time period. They met at events like Clash at the Castle, Extreme Rules, and several more events. And now their story picked back up during the 2023 Royal Rumble, where Edge immediately went after Finn Balor and the Judgment Day. And then a few nights later on Raw, Edge continued to come out multiple times throughout the night to come after Finn Balor. So what's going on here and why is this feud still going on after 8 months? Well, the answer is quite simple. Just go back and look at the closing moments of the I Quit match back at Extreme Rules. The Judgment Day forced Edge to verbally forfeit the match after threatening to attack his wife, Beth Phoenix. And even after Edge obeyed and quit the match, they still attacked Beth anyway. Obviously, a storyline isn't going to end with a babyface going out like that, so both Edge and Beth Phoenix have every right to be angry and out for revenge on the Judgment Day because of the events that happened back in October. Several weeks before Royal Rumble, it was reported that WWE was planning the grand finale for the Edge and Judgment Day feud to take place at the Royal Rumble event. The popular report was that it would be a Hell in a Cell match between Edge and Finn Balor, with Edge bringing back the demon persona for the first time as a member of the Judgment Day. But as we saw, things didn't go down that way at all at the Royal Rumble. Instead, Royal Rumble was actually used to jumpstart this final chapter of their feud. So now it's clear that we're getting another Edge and Finn Balor match, where Edge will most likely win to right the wrong of the Extreme Rules match. But it'll be interesting to see if they end up using the big Hell in a Cell match that was heavily rumored to take place at Royal Rumble. WrestleMania 39 would be a great stage to have this finale take place at, with Edge and Finn Balor inside the Hell in a Cell. And if Finn Balor is really gonna debut the Purple Judgment Day version of the Demon, WrestleMania will be the perfect place and time for it. We also can't forget about Beth Phoenix and Rhea Ripley. Sure, Edge and Finn are taking the center stage with this feud, but Beth and Rhea's issues with each other is just as deep. Beth didn't like the Judgment Day even when Edge was a member of the group, and she felt horrible that Rhea Ripley joined. And ever since then, Rhea has started targeting and attacking Beth both mentally and physically every single chance she could. So we can most definitely see a singles match between Beth Phoenix and Rhea Ripley as well. Originally, fans thought that WrestleMania 39 would be the perfect place for Beth and Rhea to meet at. But since Rhea won the Royal Rumble match, she's already booked to meet Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. So the match may not be happening at WrestleMania, but considering the fact that Beth Phoenix just came back, it looks like we'll see that match against Rhea Ripley. It'll just take place before WrestleMania. So we'll have to see how exactly they plan on continuing this feud. Maybe it's through separate singles matches, Edge versus Finn in one match, and Beth versus Rhea Ripley in another match. Or maybe it's a mixed tag team match with Edge and Beth taking on Finn and Rhea. Also have to remember that Edge put it out there that he plans on retiring from the ring this upcoming summer. Edge signed a 3-year deal with WWE back in 2020. So it looks like his plan is to walk away from the ring at the conclusion of that deal later this year. So if Edge is still planning on retiring this summer, the Judgment Day feud does need a wrap up already, so we can see a few more feuds and dream matches for Edge before he hangs it up for good. But there's still a lot of exciting routes to go in here with the grand finale of Edge versus the Judgment Day story. We'll just have to see which one they decide to go with here. Maxxine Dupri and MMM appears to be quietly moving to Monday Night Raw. The faction originally started on SmackDown with Max Dupri being interested in showcasing his make models and their clothing line. The group would then introduce Max's sister, Maxxine, into the group as well. Then once Max started transitioning back over to LA Knight, the entire group was handed over to Maxxine. MMM has been featured a handful of times on SmackDown since Maxxine took over, but they haven't been getting much TV time or storylines. So maybe the move to Raw will be great, because maybe there'll be more opportunities for them to be used on Raw. It's a long 3-hour show. Some weeks they got a lot of extra time to kill, so MMM could really benefit from all that extra time. MMM has been building a fanbase through their WWE digital series, Making It Maximum. The series allows all 3 characters to showcase their personalities, and it's been a fun hit with fans. So bringing that over to Monday Night Raw may be just as good. And on top of their transition over to Raw, it also looks like we got the first teaser for what their very first story will be on Raw. Maxxine and MMM were standing in the hallway when Alpha Academy suddenly walked past them. The MMM members had a lot of negative things to say about Otis at first, but it was Maxxine who interrupted them and called Otis perfect. So the story hint there is quite clear. Maxxine Dupri loves what she sees from Otis and appears to be potentially viewing him as the next breakout member of MMM. So it'll be interesting to see how this recruitment of Otis continues to unfold. We also have to see if MMM will continue to go around and continue to scout the Raw locker room for more potential members. Sure, it's a male model agency, but maybe Maxxine wants to branch out and even get some women involved in the group. So we'll have to see what Maxxine has planned for the future of MMM now on Monday Night Raw. But what are your thoughts on all of today's stories with Edge, the Judgment Day, and Maxxine Dupri? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.